Bodice, welcome to my channel and welcome back for all those who have been with me. If this is your first time checking out my channel, please do consider subscribing, because on this channel I'll teach you how to do simple DIY fashion right there in the comfort of your homes, and you do not want to miss out on any of it. So today it's going to be a little bit different. Today what I would like to accomplish is talk about some errors that are usually made in sewing. So the first error that I would like to tackle is the shortness of the front bodice when a style is being made. So if you make up a blouse, for instance, and when you made the top, you realize that the back fits properly, but the front is carried up underneath the bust area, or it is shorter than the back. Now there's a reason for this. The reason is our front half length is taller than the back. The back is actually shorter than the front. What I want you to do is get a thread or a type of rope, maybe a crochet type of thread, and tie it around your natural waist. When you do that, you're going to take the length of the nape, from the nape of your neck to the back, and then take the length from the nape of your neck to the front. And what you realize is that the front is actually longer than the back. So what happens when you are making your bodice or when you're sewing is that we usually just cut one half length for both the back and the front. Now this could work. This could work for someone who is not so busty. But if you have someone who is very busty, like maybe I am, then you're going to find that after making your clothes, you're going to have some trouble. So today I'm going to show you a way in which you could eliminate this problem and get your garment looking really, really, really lovely. So here I have my bodice. This is my front and this is my back. So I'm assuming that everybody knows how to draw the basic bodice pattern already. So just to reiterate, this is my chest line, okay? This is my bust point line, this is my under bust, and this is my waist for the front. This is the waist for the back. This is my chest line. Okay, so what you notice is that the back, my back half length is 17 inches, but my front is actually 19 inches. So it means then that there's a 2-inch difference from the back and the front. Now you may be wondering, so how would I be able to match up the sides when I'm sewing? So this is what you're going to do. You're going to create a bust dart, okay? So you're going to come to the front pattern right here, and you're going to create a bust dart with the value of the difference from the back and the front. So in my case, that will be 2 inches. So I'm gonna go to my side here, and I'm going to make a dart that has the value of 2 inches. So here, this is 2 inches, and what I'm going to do is that I'm going to connect it to my bust point line, okay? So here is this dart, okay? So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to cut out here because I'm actually showing you the front of this pattern. The back is okay, but the front is what we want to manipulate, okay? So I'm gonna cut this out, and I'm gonna put the back aside. Okay, so now here I have my 2-inch dart, and this also is just a simple waist dart. Okay, so if I should close this dart, so I'm gonna close this dart, I'm gonna find the midpoint. So there are some things that you have to do to this dart. So half of it would be here. Okay, that's half of my dart value. So if I should close it exactly on that point, you're going to notice that after I close it, I'm going to lose some of that dart value. Okay, so I'm gonna close this up. And what do you notice? After I close it up, you're gonna notice that there's some fabric here that we have to join back. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna get some tape and I'm gonna hold this down. And what you find is that the pattern is not flat anymore. So what you could do is that this dart is really helpful. You could use this bust dart to make a shoulder dart or a princess seam. So it's very handy. So what you're going to do, you're going to take another piece of paper here, and you're going to put it underneath this one here, and you're going to redraw, because now the shape is what? Distorted, right? And you don't want that. So you're gonna connect it back to this point right there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to connect back this to this point right there. Okay, okay, so now what I want you to do, I want you to take, remember this is where my waist stops. Let me just cut this off so it doesn't confuse you. And because I want this pattern to lay flat, right? This is what you're going to have. So you're going to cross check. You're going to cross check to see if the sides are the same. So let me cut this from the back too. Okay, so remember this is my chest line, this is my chest line. After I take the darts, you see what happened? You see that everything match up. But then the length at the front remains 19 inches. Okay? And as I said, this dart right here that we have, we could move it to anywhere. We could make a slash line and move it to anywhere on this bodice. So this is how you could fix the issue of having the front of your bodice or your dress or your top coming up after you've sewn it. So this is a very good way to eliminate that problem. Another problem that I want to talk about is zipper bulge or zipper folds. When we talk about, this is my back bodice, the back part of my bodice. I don't know if you've ever made a garment, and when you finish making the garment and you stand up straight, you have some excess fabric at the back of your garment. Now, there's a reason for this. Remember that our backs are not straight, but this is a straight line. Okay? So if I have a curved back, right, and I make a straight line, then there's going to be what? excess fabric here because my back is gonna be shaped a different way and this is just going to be straight. Now to eliminate the bulging at the back, this is what you're going to do. So let's assume that this isn't, all right, so let me just put my measurements and close the side. Okay, so this would be the back of my pattern without seam allowance. Now what I want you to do, because you want to eliminate that bulging at the back, you're going to come in here. You could do half an inch, you could do 3/4, and you could do up to 1 inch. I could come here and I'm going to take 1 inch here, and what I'm going to do is that I'm going to connect it to this point. So I've taken out of my measurement 1 inch. Also, I will have to do it also at the zipper area. So this is what you're going to have. Okay, so now this here becomes your new zipper line. But what you need to do is blend this up, okay, so that you don't have sharp edges. Okay, so this 1 inch that you've taken, you have to replace it to the side like this. If you don't do that, then you're going to have a deficiency. So you're going to take your 1 inch and put it there. And this, my friends, will eliminate the bulging at the back of your garment. Now, what if it's not bulging, but you'll have folds? So for those ladies who have like high bumps, they're sometimes when they put their clothes on, it's like they will have some folds in their garments at their waist area, especially when they join the top half to like a skirt. They'll have folds. So to get rid of this fold, let me grab this one here, and this would be the waist length. All you need to do is to go up here, maybe 1 inch. Okay, and what you're going to do is that you're going to connect it, take out this excess measurement and connect it to this side of your thing, the side of your pattern. So now what you're going to do, so assuming this is my seam allowance here, okay, so you stop where the seam allowance is. What you're going to do is that you're going to cut this out, and this will help to eliminate the folds. Cut this out. It will help to eliminate the folding. Another error that I have encountered when I started to sew, and I'm sure that most of us have also encountered this problem, is when you're sewing a princess dart, you have shortage of measurement. So here I have a princess bustier that I've drafted, but I haven't finished drafting the armhole princess dart, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put that in. Okay, so mates, so here is an example of a princess dart bustier pattern. Okay, so many persons would draw their princess dart bustier and go ahead and just cut this out. That would be incorrect, and this is why. Since you're taking the darts out here, if I should fold this dart, let me show you what's gonna happen. If I should fold this dart and I put it on the dart legs on each other like this, what do you notice about this measurement here? This measurement that was supposed to be connected to, it's supposed to be connected to that one. But when I fold it, you find that there's a shortage here. Okay? So if you had cut out this pattern, and when you're about to join the pattern, you're going to see that you're going to have some problems, and you don't want those problems. So all you have to do is, a simple way to do this is to redraw the armhole measurement. That's one way in which you could do it. You could redraw. Go ahead and redraw your armhole measurement. So I'm gonna open it and show you what you'll have. Okay? So if you notice, I went up about 1¼ inch. Okay? So you should ensure that whenever you're drafting your princess bustier, ensure that you extend this line, so that if you should fold it like this, you see that you'll get back the correct armhole measurement here. Okay. So now let us check our pattern to see if we got it right. You see that it would match up perfect. Okay? So this is how you eliminate shortage. So this is how you will eliminate the shortage in your princess dart. So I hope you find some value in what I just showed you. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe. Turn on the post notification bell so you'll be notified each time I make a video. Until we meet again, I will see you soon. Bye.
Bye.